understand that I'm giving you basics, things that I know will take your child into the appropriate grade level with the pivotal skills that that child needs in order to be successful at that level. There are always more nuances to any subject that I've ever taught, and we can get down into the weeds even more and more and more. If your child has a grasp of the basics, the thinking process then can expand and expand. The more experienced reader is able to go directly to the vocabulary word without a whole lot of explanation. So, in the area of plot, an experienced reader would be focused on conflict, exposition, inciting event, rising and falling action, the climax, the resolution of the problem, and the conclusion of the story. An experienced reader would be able to verbalize those elements of plot. An experienced reader would be able to identify protagonist and antagonist in the genre of character. An experienced reader would be able to tell if the protagonist and antagonist are the same person. Other supporting characters could be identified by a more experienced reader. Any dynamic or static characters. What motivated the characters to behave as they did? An experienced reader would be able to verbalize the theme, understand who was telling the story with point of view, and identify the setting, even if it wasn't stated outright and inferred in the literature. If any of you are in book clubs, you might be thinking about introducing some of this vocabulary into your discussions if you haven't already. It's very interesting to think about this and expands our ability to experience experiences outside of the realm. I'm never going to really understand what it is like to jump out of an airplane. It's not on my bucket list, and it's probably something that I wouldn't even consider. But I'm interested. I would love to hear another person's experience about that and read stories about that too. So, the more experienced reader grabbing those elements of the story and finding them in the literature that's read is very valuable. On the flip side of it, taking in the comprehension and then being able to verbalize it back in paragraph form is invaluable for the upper grades.